Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everybody, wherever you are. This is Mr. Shakespeare here again with you on the 14th of December, 2022. I'm here with psychic medium and remote viewer Liz Cross. How are we doing today, Liz?
I'm doing great. Thank you. It's holiday time. It's busy. After my channeling Eric appearance, I've been bombarded with emails about, I need you to find this person. I need you to find that person. And I need you to chase the serial killer. And just anybody listening, my advice back to you is, if you want me to work on your criminal homicide case, your detective or the detective in the case would need to contact me direct. I typically do not work with anyone else other than detectives.
Yeah.
Today, you're going to do something about trading. No, I don't understand this, and it's just as well that I really don't.
Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to explore the fractional reserve side of all of these. Well, sorry, no, not all of the cryptocurrencies, because we'll be here doing this till next New Year's Eve. But we're going to do quite a few of them. So how this all started was, so people need to understand what the fractional reserve system is, that's used extensively in the financial markets, stock markets and everything, and banks and all of this lot. We need to go back to the early days of the Rothschilds, how they started off. The Rothschilds started off as basically trustees of gold. People would deposit gold with them and they would look after gold for people. It was considered a safe haven then. It's still a safe haven now. It's a protector of wealth then. It was then, and it still is now. So what they learned was, by holding all the gold, is that very few people actually ever came in and wanted to redeem their gold. And it worked out over time. I can't remember exactly how long it took them, but it was a couple of years, 2 or 3 years. They realized that for every 100 ounces of gold that they held on to, only 10 ounces ever needed to sort of go in and out. It was like most people who put their gold with them for safekeeping did just that. They just left it with them. And so they worked out that there was a fraction of 1 to 10. And this is where the original fractional reserve ratio came from. So that they could hold one for every 10 ounces of gold or 100 ounces of gold, they only need to worry about 1/10 of that. So in the example of having 100 ounces of gold, they would hold back, say, 10 ounces of gold for redemption, and the other 90 ounces, maybe a little less, would be lent out. And so they would lend the gold out for a fee. And that's basically how they started. They were originally involved in the gold market. And then later on, they moved into, obviously, finance and banking. And the same fractional reserve ratios applied. Now, fractional reserve ratios recently have gone completely off the scale. As we know from some of the probes that we've done recently on the crypto exchanges, they operate fractional reserve ratios of 50 to 1 and 60 to 1 and things like that. They don't stick to 10 to 1 or anything like that. So the purpose of today's video is that we are going to look at each individual coin. We're going to look at the stated 24-hour volume from CoinGecko. CoinGecko charts are always live to the minute. They get their information from the API feeds from exchanges and things like that. And so we will look at the 24-hour volume. We will look at the current price, and we will divide one into the other. And then we will find out how many of those coins allegedly have been traded over the last 24 hours. And then Liz will probe that coin to find out if that's true. Well, it won't be exactly true, but I mean, for example, if we discover that, Polygon Matic are supposed to have traded 6 million coins in the last 24 hours, but in fact they've only traded 6, then that does not bode well for Polygon Matic. And I'm just making those numbers up. Okay. If on the other hand, they were supposed to have traded 6 million and it turns out that it's about 5.9, then that's very strong. That means there's not much fractional reserve in that coin. Yeah. We know for a fact that all of these coins are traded. All of the major coins are traded on a fractional reserve basis. What we don't know is exactly which coin, because this gives you really the strength of the coins. Okay, so as a little teaser, as a little starter, we're going to just start with 1 or 2, and then we're going to move over for the main video, which will be on Patreon. So for the Patreon subscribers, you will be able to get the balance of this. But we're going to start with Cardano.
Okay.
Now, according to the screen here, the 24-hour volume is 234,314, $254.
Okay.
And the current price is 0.31314. So that means that there's 748,273,149 Cardano that has allegedly been traded over the last 24 hours. So let's just call that 748 million.
Okay.
Okay, so now I need you to probe Cardano.
Okay.
And find out, has there been more? Well, there won't be more, there'll be less than. So what percentage of that 748 million coins have actually been traded over the last 24 hours?
What percentage of the 748 million coins have actually been traded over the last 24 hours? 5%.
Right. There you go.
So what does that tell us?
Well, it means that that's working on a fractional reserve basis of 20 to 1.
So if I'm trading, say, Cardano for, I don't know, Bitcoin, and I'm paying a fee to trade it, and it shows on the computer, say Binance, it shows on Binance that I now hold, instead of 100 Cardano, I hold X amount of Bitcoin. What does that mean? Does that mean I actually don't hold anything?
Well, you've got okay. So this is a good way to segue into the next part of it. So we've just asked Cardano what percentage of the coins have actually been traded. Okay, and that came back at 5%. So that means that 95% of that 748 million have not been actual Cardano coins. They've just been derivatives of. They've been claims of. They've been, well, I mean, it's proof of the fractional reserve in the crypto market, but it's also proof that, you are not trading, you're not actually trading a Cardano. You are trading an image of Cardano, if you like. So you have an image of Cardano on whichever exchange. Bear in mind, this is not exchange specific. We did all the exchanges on the major ones a week or 2 ago, and we found out lots and lots of information about the liquidity, about if we were to put $1,000 in, how much of that would be cryptos. Okay, and depending on the exchange, they all came back at different amounts, but we didn't specify what crypto. So what we're now trying to find out is which is the strongest crypto by market, sorry, not by market cap, by the fact that most of what supposedly has been exchanged has been traded rather. So at the moment we've got Cardano here on a 20 to 1. Yeah. So for every 20 Cardano you think you are trading, you're only actually trading 1. The rest is just a derivative.
You know what came through very strongly as you were talking? Say I have $100, okay, and I want to buy Cardano.
Okay.
And I only get maybe 3 or 5% of Cardano for my $100. So I should have gotten however many coins. I know you've got your calculator out, but I actually only get like 3% of those coins.
Yeah.
So it's all just air.
Yeah.
It's all just a computer program making you think that you actually own, so many of this and so many of that, but you don't own anything. That I feel like that money is spent.
Right. Well, the money is spent, and on your account, it will show you. So, for example, if let's use Cardano at 100 divided by 0.3126 or whatever. So you're supposed to get 319 Cardano. Okay. And that's what will show up on your ledger, on your account, on Binance, on Kraken, on Coinbase, on all the major exchanges. If you bought them, it would say Cardano balance 319. But that's not how many Cardano you've got. You've only actually got 5% of that. Okay. Maximum. So we are extrapolating projections out of this, which might not be exactly true, because some exchanges might give you a bit more than other exchanges. We don't know that. We would be doing this forever, Liz, to try and work that out, right? What I'm trying to find out is which coins are the most fractionally reserved traded coins, because those ones to me are the weakest coins.
Ah, I see. But let me ask this question. So if we're just trading air and we're just getting false numbers of a computer program, yes, you can still make money. I totally get that. But if we're just trading air, what's the point of a blockchain?
Right. Well, the problem, okay, so the decentralized exchanges like Uniswap and 1inch and things like that, they trade on the blockchain. So when you buy Hex or Ethereum or whatever you buy on there, you're actually trading actual coins. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The exchanges have come up and have come out, and they are making money, on the color of crypto, if you like. And you can make money at the end of the day. If I buy $100 of crypto of Cardano today, and I get 319 notional Cardano, and tomorrow the Cardano price doubles, well, I can sell it and I will get double the amount of dollars back, less any fees. Yeah. This is all smoke and mirrors trading. But most of the markets work on that anyway. The gold market is probably one of the biggest smoke and mirrors operation. Okay. Mm-hmm. Most gold sits still, it hardly ever moves, and yet millions of dollars of gold are traded every day on the markets, but they're just paper constructs. They're paper representations of supposedly the alleged metal underneath, but we know that the gold market works on a massive fractional reserve, and this is all right so long as nobody says, I want my gold, or, well, in the gold markets, they have the ability to cash out. Sorry, force majeure. They will force you to take fiat money. Hold on 1 minute. Can you pause the video, please?
Yes, of course.
Okay, sorry about that. Just had a minor distraction, which I've dealt with, so that's okay. Yeah, so we're trying to find out which coins are stronger than others, if you like. So in other words, if you had coin A, that 95% of the coins actually traded on a 24-hour basis, and you had coin B where only 5% of the coins traded, which is the stronger coin? Well, coin A, because they're real trades. Yeah. Now, if we probed only the decentralized exchanges, they would all come up at 100%. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But these ones, most people don't use these, and a lot of things like Bitcoin and stuff like that are not available on, Uniswap and things like that, being an Ethereum based network. So, being based on the Ethereum network. So most people use exchanges. Binance is the biggest exchange on the planet. Coinbase, Kraken, all of these these are all, entities to facilitate the trading of these coins. But as I think we're about to find out, most of them are trading notional coins. And that still doesn't mean you can't make money. You can. If Bitcoin goes to 38 grand tomorrow and you bought a Bitcoin at 18, doesn't matter if we got it or, it's a notion. If you sell it the next day, you will get 38 grand in your bank account. That's real.
Okay. Well, like Mr. Shakespeare said.
Go on. Yeah, no, so I'm finished with this one now. Yeah.
Okay. Like Mr. Shakespeare said, this is just a teaser video. We are going to go through a lot of coins, and those coins or that video will only be available to Patreon subscribers. We do put out a lot of financial information there. This whole thing with Binance halting trading with USDC, I've been putting out that USDC would have problems for months now. So it's no surprise to our group. They had that information. So how do you join the Patreon? You go to Patreon.com/remote viewing and beyond. Thank you very much. And of course, if you are a subscriber, the full video will be available to you on the Patreon. Thank you.